What if I told you the years you thought were lost are coming back? Every mistake, every wasted opportunity, every regret, none of it was truly lost. The universe wasn't taking time away from you, it was preparing you. But most people never see it that way. They spend their lives stuck in the past, drowning in what could have been. They mourn their lost years, instead of realizing that those years were an investment. And if you're ready, if you're truly ready, those lost years can come back to you, stronger, sharper, and more powerful than before. Let me tell you a story about a man who lost everything. Imagine being born into a world where every decision is made for you. You don't get to choose your career, your lifestyle, or even your freedom. You are a slave. You own nothing, not even your own body. That was the life of Epictetus. He was born into slavery, beaten by his master, and had every reason to give up. But instead of surrendering to fate, he used his suffering to become one of the greatest philosophers in history. He didn't let his lost years define him. He reclaimed them, and because of that, his wisdom has lived on for over 2,000 years. But let's be honest, most of us don't think like that. We sit in silence, haunted by our past. We say, I wasted my 20s. I should have worked harder. I should have taken that chance. We convince ourselves that it's too late, that time has slipped through our fingers like sand, and that we can never get it back. But what if that wasn't true? What if the universe was always giving you a second chance? You just never saw it. There's something most people don't understand about time. It isn't linear. It isn't a straight line where once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. Time is cyclical. It repeats. It gives you chances over and over again until you finally learn. You think you wasted your youth? Good. Now you know what not to do. You think you missed your opportunity? Good. Now you'll recognize it next time. You think you lost years chasing the wrong things? Fine. Now you know what actually matters. The universe has been training you in silence, preparing you, strengthening you, and now it's giving you back the years you thought were lost. So the question isn't if you can reclaim your lost years. The question is how. The Stoics knew the answer. They had already lived through war, betrayal, and suffering, and they left behind a blueprint for how to take back the time you thought was gone. Step 1. Stop looking back. The first step. Stop living in the past. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world at the time, wrote in his journal, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly." What does that mean? It means that the past is untouchable. It cannot be changed. The only thing that matters is what you do now. Every second spent mourning lost time is another second wasted. The past is over. The future is yours. Step 2. Reframe your failures as wisdom. You didn't waste years. You gathered knowledge. Every heartbreak, every wrong turn, every failure was not time lost. It was wisdom gained. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Colonel Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times before KFC became a success. The Stoics believed that pain is the greatest teacher if you're willing to listen. So take every mistake and ask yourself, what did this teach me? How does this make me stronger? How can I use this to move forward? Step 3. Create urgency. Act as if you were reborn today. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and realize you've been given a new life. A fresh start. No regrets, no past. Just this moment and what you choose to do with it. That's how you should live, because that's exactly what's happening. Every day is another chance, but most people waste it by looking backwards. Seneca once wrote, "While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away." Stop postponing, Stop overthinking. Your lost years weren't lost. They were the price of wisdom. Now it's time to use them. You see, the universe doesn't take time from you. It reinvests it. Every failure is a deposit of wisdom. Every setback is fuel for a comeback. Every lost year is a training ground for something bigger. So the only real question is this: what are you going to do now? You haven't lost anything. You are wiser, stronger, and more capable than ever before. The universe just gave you back your lost years. What will you do with them?